only thing we had was Americas.
promising
Okay, we've got
playing
Gentlemate on defense, we've got Koi on attack. And let me actually look at these comps.
Some of the strength of it.
So we've got double Yoru.
And obviously, do
We're
we
gonna-
get
we're
another
gonna fight early. Okay, hold up.
13-3? This is the weaker end of the map, Vito's, and speak about aggression.
Oh.
Look at that, using
Oh
all
my
that
goodness,
util to
32,
force them away from even
57.
being able to
Could have
challenge
been
towards
kills.
Yeah, for mates, it's going to be much more about the trap plays with the breach. on the
Okay, I've got a bit of
defense.
time.
And
So,
damage as well.
Yeah, good amount of
Omen,
damage.
Yoru,
And
Cypher,
then for Koi
Vice,
on their defense, it would be
Teo.
about that kind of sentinel power, the kind of
A lot of
more
aggro
entrenched
stuff you could do.
defensiveness.
Get
Mates are
info,
going to be a bit more proactive. on
camera
their defense, I
default, late take.
Is going to have those salvos back up ready to go
After
pretty
pump's
soon.
pretty
imagine. Yeah, so
strong.
the idea was that they used that aggression to force Koi towards A. You see the stack from mates towards
Sure.
A, but Koi reading it well, not biting on it.
Got to see how much
I
Robbie
feel
gets.
like if
That's
it loses A
huge
control
info,
at the
though.
beginning, they have a really rough time though.
How do they read the adjustments? Nice from
guess you just Teo
Flyer.
drain.
Can at least find one, but it's quickly traded out, so they don't really have clean access yet.
And they got a camera here to get info as well, so
Yeah, a little bit of curious mid-rounding. Flyer has a good kill, but it seems like there was nothing, there was no second layer. Like, off of that information, what are we going to do?
And it's a gamble rotation from Gentlemen.
took a big gamble. But again, they should have a pretty good retake. But I also feel
They've
like
been
the after plant from
fortunate.
Koi should be. Oh boy, they go B.
Oh, they're going towards
Yeah,
B.
I mean,
thought
they have
might
no
gone for
idea
an
that
A
A's
finish on
free.
that, but no. Okay, with 13 seconds, they're going for the B end.
10 seconds
Fino
left.
Omen
ready with the
flash to
paranoia.
take
It's Fino
Heaven.
getting forward, but he's down low, but he's still going to find masses of value, but time. That plant
Wait, did
is
they mess up
really
the plant?
close here. Philo is down
Oh, it was
to
really close.
barely a whisker of health, so Mini's going to claim
Yeah,
that.
breach damage came
And
in.
now
They
we
had
look
to
at how they
reset the
hold in this
plant.
post-plant. Do they have util?
Almost
What's
thought
it
they had
back
bought
on
enough time.
Shados? Still pretty far off, 15 seconds. He's got a ways to go here. So the flash in and they flood. Mini gonna find the first. Soulcast, nice connection on Robbie. And then Grubino takes contact. That's a lovely push and pull between the two. Now leaving Zipan to try and close in, but there's so many targets. A
Okay, nicely played in
but
the
good
from the
synergy there
1v2.
for Koi.
And beautiful post-plant there.
Yeah, no, I think their
Device coming
post-plant's
in,
gonna be
we
really
noted
strong.
this
I
on
wonder if
Vine for KC about these post-plants
I
with
wonder
Device.
if
We saw
Gentlemaids
the
need to talk
paranoia
about the
going
fact that
into
they have to
heaven for a
fight
kill,
sites
but
a
at the
bit
same
heavier,
time,
and to
Device
do
was
that,
stacking
I just
forward
think they should be pushing
on
A
the
every
lower
single
side,
round.
meaning that there was a complete disconnect on the retake from it.
Because I don't think the re-clear
As
of
silly as that
A
sounds.
They look, yeah, that was nicer
is
than
good.
the entirety of Haven, I think.
And we have to clarify that a little bit, because if you tuned in on the first, you'd be like, bloody hell, this will be a quick day. It may not be. Koi could be walking into a much
Guess you would
better
have
map for
Cage.
themselves here, and a much weaker map for
Well,
Gentlemates.
at least
But I like
I
how much Gentlemates
least I
are
see this
vying
early
for
from
map control.
Gentlemates.
They are not giving up
Pressure
much
over
for
towards
free
A so they
here.
can stack a little bit
Mini
heavier.
able to slip a little bit closer.
I mean, Mini's
I wanna
probably
note
dead,
what
but let's
just
see if we can
happened
get
there
one.
as well. We saw Filu contacting out A as the Yoru.
Oh.
Contacting out A as the Yoru, and he's able to see whether he can take that space or not. Like, sometimes those the Teo take on A is going to be a fake or not, and Filo's going to be able to go there as the Yoru and see
Yeah,
if it is
that
or
is
not.
the
And
nice thing about the
so that
Yoru.
might come into play later.
Can kind of just make
See
a
if they can keep
decision
5 standing
based
here.
on the util
They're in
reactive.
the right place for it. And Cadaver going to be very much seen, or at least heard, in the smoke, so they're not going to be feeling going through here, but Grubino well adjusted to that door swing. That's 3
Yeah,
for him.
and this is another
Big impact here
good
for Koi.
example
Mid-zone
of
brawlers coming in
teams
for
just
themselves.
not getting
Felt like
ecoed
most
because
of
of
those
the
were for
outlaw.
Gentlemates in that first map, but now a good reaction
It's
and a
so
great
easy.
response.
Yeah, you can see in these rounds how mates are approaching it with these kind of big trap kind of ideas. I do think that the retake is also really strong with this composition, so we don't have to be too silly with some of these traps. Or
Okay,
retails.
Gentlemaids on this first one want to
What's the
fight
buy
over
here in the
towards C
bonus?
Mount.
It's really strong. 3
And
bulldogs,
they're giving up A,
Phantom
or at
and
least they're
Soulcast,
creating
and
pressure
still
over
the
towards
Outlaw.
A.
Only one player, I think, with light shields, but still.
Yeah, but the player that can get one shot is over
Gentlemates
towards
actually
B.
contest Mound properly here. I'm looking to click. He can get out, so
Yeah, both
I like
agents
this
can
idea
avoid
with the
those
TP in the
TO
corner.
quite easily in dip.
If they do go fast,
Click getting
they're
more and
less
more
likely to
committed.
check the corner, because if you throw it from here,
Starting to
you're not
investigate a
gonna.
little further. Here
gonna
comes
think
the
it's gonna
drone.
go
Yeah,
back
time
over
for him
towards
to back
Saint.
away, and they decide to fall off from this. Almost got caught there. There was a second where they could have been just clipped on the
Okay,
side, and that would have been an
this is gonna be fun,
opening pick,
'cause
but
how on
Philo
earth
is
do they re-clear
farming
A?
towards that ult.
Vice flash? I mean, yeah, sure.
Yeah, Koi feeling out that the A side of the map is a bit
Yeah, and the
weaker.
insert.
Timing on Robbie's clear. He's got good info.
Yeltsin, hello, hello.
Minute
Congrats, dude.
opting
This
against
Haven looks
that
really
drift
nice.
Further forward.
Like the
Koi
set
are
play
looking
stuff.
to explore this. We saw that pivot through towards the B side, but Flyer finding a massive entry towards
Yeah,
C.
it calls his team over as well.
Completely
So we've got
changed
a
the plans now.
pretty important
That's twice
1v1.
now for Flyer, where he's got a massive value
And
from his lurk.
He couldn't do it anymore though.
and now there's
So
3
we now
here.
know there's an additional body on the side. Do they continue on this pathing? Gets a little tricky now. Grubino trying to skip ahead, but they skip past one.
Wait, I
He's
feel
gonna
like
fall back towards Waterfall, but
I'm not
Grubino
sure they
now
had
will be
it, but
stunned up. He's gonna have pressure.
Stun,
Feelu,
breach
what a
damage
shot
back to
taken
side
away
was
quickly.
kind of
Robbie
nice,
can't
but it
move.
doesn't fill up the whole of
Stands
it.
still, but he has to try and work forward, and he does. Catching Soulcast on the back pedal, and now time's a problem. They're all on the side here. Feelu fighting forward, taking away
stun missed.
Zipan, leaving Robbie and Minnie to try and deal
Stun
with
honestly
what's
would
in
have hit
front of them here.
3.
And he's going to spot at least one towards water. Gets one. Couldn't adjust the spray well enough on the second. This is looking like this bonus is being converted. It's deadly here. One right, one left.
Yeah, he's solid.
the
Got a
right
bonus
side
from
for
Koi as
Shados
well.
in the
Fly
end.
getting
Koi
that
gonna
first
get
kill
themselves up to 3.
was kind of the one.
Exact same mirror of what we saw in map 1.
Josh, thank you
And
so much, dude. Thank you,
Could
thank
be the
you.
same
Thanks for
kind
the
of
raid,
thing
mate.
that we saw from map 1 with the mirror of
Seki raid, thank you so much, dude. Appreciate
I
that.
don't think
What's up,
mates
Raiders? How we all
look
doing?
Bad, though. I don't think they look terrible. But it is a bit worrying that Fly was getting...
Of course, bro. Thank you. Hope your stream was good as well.
It'd be
Appreciate the
interesting
raid.
to see how Koi close out these rounds without the lurks, because this isn't going to be...
Koi has life,
as
yeah.
consistent.
Pistol into a
Get
bonus.
that everywhere.
They got the all online.
And
Like,
I
they're good
think
for
you're
4
right,
at least,
and
yeah.
For now, it feels like mates are at least a little bit more competitive, or we'll see, because it did feel really out of sorts for Koi in map 1. There's a little bit more comfort being shown. We can see the degree in which Koi looks so much better here. in comparison
What's
to
up,
that
Raiders?
first
Hello,
map.
hello.
Fly going to be tucked in towards B. A little high-low setup.
Thank you so much.
Drone
Drone is so hard to clear.
is so powerful.
All missiles away.
And this could be the goer. I mean, Minnie's trying to slip through to an off angle, but you're
Very
up
nice.
against Vandals. There's
Dude,
no
it's
way
like
you're going to
a
do more than that.
Night and day,
They
really,
forget about him, that they suddenly
from Haven.
don't consider there was 2, but of course they do. Heads up work. Sukoi have the site now.
Yeah, and we spoke about this. The post once being really good, and I like the fact they've now got this extra layer. Flyer lurking. Don't like it against the ecos, but I think it is going to help them later on. Because they're going to be scared of that, so rotate's going to be a little bit slower.
And Soulcast just going to fight it forward.
Really,
Lovely
really
from
nice.
Koi. 3 still alive. Ults now
Gentlemen, maybe with
knocking at the
timeout.
door as
Let's see what they
well.
want to
And once
handle.
again,
I'm
the
still going
lurk
aggro A
impactful.
all the time here. But
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what mates
they haven't really been doing it much.
adaptation is, if there will be anything. It looks like they're going to go for another A control potentially.
Haven is
Very
just a
standard
perma
approach
ban,
from
but they
map
saw the
looks like in
abyss.
this update.
Yeah, it did very much feel
Keep
like
this up,
that.
though. Keep that composure. Keep building the scoreline. Right, the wrongs of
Must
map
have been
1, get
pretty
your confidence
brutal
back
being
up.
Koi, just being like, well, we're going to be a map
Right
down
now
most
in, obviously,
likely.
the Gentlemates, they have a couple of ults for themselves here. And it looks like that 3-2 split over towards C, and to clear that early util on B. No challenges.
The Apex
Yeah,
Liquid
mates have rebel
game,
control,
the
so
Haven was
this
really
is
fun
kind
to
of
watch.
how we typically see this map being played.
I've
Attackers get
just
the
put the
C side
VOD
of
live
map,
now. You might want to watch
Defenders often get the A
the
side of the map,
the
and now it's all going to be
fence
mid-rounds.
from Liquid. I thought it was pretty cool.
I'm looking at the drift from Koi right back towards A. We haven't seen someone actively playing Robo
Like
yet.
third
really?
third round,
I
fifth
wonder
round,
how
and
this looks. There is support here as
seventh
well.
round maybe. I might have got the numbers wrong, but
Oh, it's for the...
it was like some nice set stuff.
So Filu going to spot the players up close. Click is going to have to take the evacuation button. But
Dude,
Robbie
they look
caught
decisive
his
on this
own
one, and
caught
we're
towards
everywhere as
connector.
well. That's pretty
And now the
sick.
site's looking theirs, right?
You're
Rubino
all
could
into
get timed.
Omenal.
Oh my
Timing's a
God,
little bit
Click
off, so maybe
does
they
get
lose
a gun
this.
out in time, but that got so damn close. And Filu, the shorty, is
The
better
fade away with
apparently.
the shorty.
Leaving it down to just 3. And Filu feeling confident, taking further space away. He's going to hear the TP and expects it, but isolates Zipan. Looking
Yeah, we're going
hungry
third
for a
map.
follow-up as
I
well.
feel like we're
He's
going
got a
third
good read
map.
on Kadabra,
They
and he
look
takes him down.
completely
Stunning round
different on
from
this.
Filu.
Obviously, they had the ults to make it easy, but
Yeah, you can just see the difference in preparation. Like,
Yep.
Koi have a playbook on this map, and it looks like mates do, but it's just not there.
No, it's a little bit flat. If we're going to talk about map 1 as flat, it feels a bit similar in that regard. We know that these guys can still hit shots, but it's not really even coming down.
1-3-1
right?
defense.
So
I
it's
mean, they
gonna
got to
be
go
these
aggro.
Very, very well crafted set hits.
Yoru stocks are really high in kickoff. I
I
think the Yoru pick rate in EMEA is insanely high.
They've got Shados's there. They got Flyers as well, but on the other side they have 3 ults as well. So you've got to be hoping for Gentlemates.
I'm not saying it's wrong or a bad read.
They'd like to do with this, but at this point it does feel like we're just kind of figuring out map vetoes.
Can't really go truly aggro.
Lie here, because this is clearly not towards the top end from Gentlemates.
I mean, this is typical kind of early season kickoff behavior where teams haven't figured out their map pools yet. They've come in with kind of a semi-permaban and they've had to veer away from it because they were so scared of what the opponent had and get into a bit of messiness.
You run it down, see fast in reaction. I mean, yeah, but I would at least try it.
I am very curious as to see what we're going to see from these Armageddons, though. I noted it yesterday that I've seen some nice ideas, but we haven't seen them kind of hit like a big clip yet. I want to see like a big clip Armageddon.
What I think about Giants?
At least one.
I thought their game against K-Corp was
there's an opportunity. You're looking
pretty
at
impressive, to be honest.
and obviously
I thought their ante was great, which worried me a little bit for K-Corp. But I mean,
like
I do think on paper they have one of the better rosters in EMEA. Like maybe like 5th best player roster. Well, we really are feeling it on this one.
Desperate to make a play from, and that's played in Click to then just follow up perfectly on Flyer. We talk about keeping this clean. I don't want to see Koi get sloppy about this. They had such a strong advantage, and I want to see them keep that.
Yeah, I'm not sure what prompted the kind of undisciplinedness of that default.
The speed up, yeah.
Before it was a bit slower.
Oh, that's a horrible
Imagine they convert this 5v4.
Both of them walk in the
A
smoke.
lot of ults for Gentlemates.
We still have Shadows.
There goes the Yoru ult. There goes the Cypher ult.
Could get his. No, he goes down. Zipan the one to catch him. Now we're going to start trying to clear through the cycle of the
They know exactly where they are, so they
Teo.
stun on their head and then they Teo damage on top.
Punished.
That's nice though.
Overzealous or mistake of a beginning. Tease up Gentlemates for their first round.
Yeah, mates would take that one every day.
Dude, you could also like Yoru block them, I guess.
I wanna see
Wait, you can actually the Yoru ult with that stuff's pretty
how are they
insane.
gonna- I want to see the same.
You could
same
if they
path
tank
that
the stun, you could definitely
Mates
block
had
them
in
as
the
well
first
Okay.
while in the ult.
And I think rounds like that we didn't see from mates.
No.
It's obviously better to get out the ult while
So-
they're stunned and trying to run out of there, but if you wanted to really give
That
it,
should be a quick,
like he could have tucked
Right,
close in
that's
that
what he's
box,
like,
and
okay,
that is
so
a
he's like,
kill.
sure.
Have a timeout. We know that they're low economy. Rushing straight into that B was a bit strange.
bit odd. So the pace save card thrifty there coming into
Alright, so
hand.
this is
The
kind of what
first
I
one,
wanted
the
to see, and
Gentlemates
this will be
are
interesting.
gonna
We've got
get
4 person going
big
aggro against
I
3
wonder
on
how Koi finishes this
defense.
competition.
Does
See what the
Yoru
plan is.
take the TP?
Lots to work with. So we're seeing
Damage,
the util coming
damage.
out from
Yoru
the
takes the
defending side,
TP, we
keeping that
commit.
space secure for a good couple of seconds,
And the
stalling
re-hit.
hit. And Click is just playing towards Rumble. He's going to take the hit of Grabino, but do they stay and fight now? Robbie left in that predicament. They're still trying to clear through Rumble concisely, and he takes that as time to leave.
Yeah, interesting approach from Koi. They don't have the same util that mates do to take that Rumble control, so they kind of baited out the util.
The smokes,
take it
yeah.
later. Very mature approach from
Yeah.
Koi.
Okay, Plant's going to come in. We've got
They
3
just
on site, 1
strolled
off
back
site.
out.
Soulcast playing off. Does have his ult as well, so
Interesting double stack in heaven. I've never seen this before.
Just held this angle the whole time.
Salvo's ready as well in case it gets messy up there.
timing on this. So the drone's going to come through. That should spot Soulcast, and that does actually suppress him. So he could be a little screwed here, but going to lose out on
He's
that.
delaying well.
He's buying a lot of time, keeping a lot of attention, not even needing to pop the ult here. As Filu's going to find Mini. Yeah, this timing's not working.
These after plants are just way too strong.
That feels a little unnecessary.
I think I get it when we can see the mini-map. This
feel like
looks
they have
crazy,
that.
but
There's
I
the
think to
clip.
secure it,
There's the clip gone.
He wanted a sick clip. There it is. Whoa. Wow. Wasn't that cool?
I've seen way too many of those ones. What was that alpha yesterday? It was alpha yesterday.
Alphas was
Alphas yesterday
was
was bad, yeah.
almost there. Can we have a Hall of Fame of bad Teo ults? Because
Oh, there's quite a lot at the moment. The competition's up there. I think this one wasn't that
I'm
bad.
sure the desk's down for it. You know what I mean?
yeah, I want to see some flaming.
Hey, lead by example, man. Lead by example. We still have the ult with Robbie. That's
Because it's still very early on. They make sure they get all this money, and if they were going for it, it would have secured that they would have gone to
We could see
leave.
Filu doing a similar approach to before.
Yeah,
Oh,
same
we do a
Euro, I
little.
kinda
Okay, so
like
we have
the
aggro
Koi
play, and at the same time, on defense, we had an aggro play. Pretty much what we saw in the pistol. But this time with a Euro TP invested. And I said that this comp is pretty good in the afterplan, and we might get to see it in all its glory. Oh my goodness, Soulcast goes down, and he was the person of vault.
With the trade out again, effective trading. They control.
The tail ult is good. No, I'm telling you, the tail ult is good. I'm just telling you, people aren't using it great.
If he needs it.
Like, it has to, there has to be prep. There has to be thought behind it.
I like the mature approach from Koi, not overcommitting, just taking off the boxes.
Oh, click. Very nice. Lotus has managed to creep a little ahead, but not by much of a margin. You'd need, I don't say errors, but that's going to be one of them. Koi fighting back down to the 1v1 and
16 HP.
Here. Clicks had a big round. This would need to be 4 from him. Oh no!
Oh, almost. Yeah, he had a chance. I think he landed 2 bullets there.
Getting Gentlemates their second.
I mean, as I praise Koi, there's a
Here
big
is
open
currently
gap
the most
upstairs
picked
for
duelist in
someone
the
to
EMEA.
keep
Yeah,
it
for sure. I think by quite a bit.
Not all the boxes tick there from Koi. Generally, though, another good round from them.
Yeah.
Just faltering at the end.
Yeah, I like this round. I think they got a little bit unlucky that
2 to 6.
Soulcast got popped for the
looking at a
Cypher cage.
attack side of them. So if we can get a few more on the mate side.
His ult, I
especially
just think
with
his
ults
ult's
coming in,
incredible for retake. Like,
it's
I think
not
you can
gonna
just
be the
leave
worst
sites for retake.
That's the sort of praise you want to hear. Not the worst.
I don't think like the
Like,
off
I
the
mean,
bat set shots
I
are
guess it feels
that
like
great, but there is
If I
some.
have to do it alone, I'll do it alone. But this time, Philo's going to take
Liquid
him
one
away.
looked good.
Robbie on the backup over towards Mount.
Oh,
And
they're
here's
in
the
trouble.
cut-through from Flyer, finding
Oh,
Robbie.
God.
Instant ult from Zipan. He wants to
Wait,
try
does
and
he get
capitalize. If
out?
he gets
No
a punish,
way.
that would
It
be
actually turns into the most sick
unforgivable
play.
here, but he does get away with his life.
Great decision by Zipan there to just quickly ult towards that B-link.
He pretty much had to, otherwise this round would have been done for.
The push through from Kadavra. Mates have got lots of angles here on this retake.
Timing Soulcast is going to be seen. Kadavra's perfectly positioned for that.
2 in a
Catching
row.
Soulcast just a little, a second or 2 away. Even just Shados alive. Good bit of kit left, just no ult. Can he divide them into manageable fights? 2 to the left, 1 to the right. He knows about Kadavra. He's going to hear the others as well. He's got to know his time is looking limited. Does he isolate? He's got a fair fight, but it's not looking good. Mini's closed the gap. This is going to be 3 now.
How many do they actually need to believe?
It's the kind of thing I
5
wouldn't
maybe?
always highlight, but in that 3v1, notice how Kadavra's by himself just doing the jiggle peek. Letting the kind of what we call a strong side of the retake take first contact. I really hate it when those solo players on that weak side of the retake
Are the ones
to go first.
So at least the fundamentals still in play there
Good
as well.
fundamentals, good discipline.
Okay. Now, still only that one ult used for
Is that the
Zipan.
best tail
The other
ult?
3 are still
You two
there.
had a
The
good
team for
retake
Kadavra,
one.
you've got the, Dimensional Drift for
There was
Click,
another
you've
one
got
the other day that
Armageddon
was really good.
Robbie.
Liquid's
Soulcast has been
Insta
sound,
strat
it feels
one was
like
pretty
for
nice.
Almost all of this game now. I'm a little surprised we haven't seen it used even proactively just to get it going.
It's a pretty easy ult to just send it, even on that C default we saw last time.
Yeah.
Just sending that when they're fighting seems like an easy idea.
Feels like
Okay,
it.
we want to punch this
time
a
we've
little
got
bit.
Robbie and Zipan over towards this side. We haven't seen Zipan posted towards us in a minute. That could be
Yeah,
huge,
just an
actually.
ult punish. And we have the smoke
Fortunately,
behind
get
as well.
out of there. That
Going
could
to
have
see
been
if
a
everyone's
real-
gone
I
behind
thought we were going to
this.
see the Armageddon off the orb tap there, but decided against it just the Sabres going in.
That felt like it could have been so much damage.
But
As
it's
long
in a
as,
clip.
dude, I've
Could have
never
been a
seen
clip.
anyone play
We don't
this
get
angle,
those here.
really.
Right. We've had a lot of 4Ks, but just no Armageddon clips. Click. These off angles are filth. This man, he's such a nuisance to play against. He's everywhere at once. So the map feeling smaller for Koi. Looking
Yeah,
like they want to try and
2-person
finish, at
bait
least with a bit of pressure
does
towards B, but then the pivot
Mini
back
send
towards
this.
C, so we still have the Armageddon with Robbie.
Yeah, Mini's incredibly
Still has the
patient, even
stall
though
here.
he's had a couple of runs where you got to
45
be
seconds.
feeling like you have insane timing.
Still 2 off for Shados.
We should see.
And the patience might pay off in this one.
You'd hope so. But I'm also seeing a player tucked into the corner. This is tricky now. Mini.
The rotate from C was too
Disrespected, but
much,
you're
though.
right. They do now
Yeah,
have
I
the
definitely
red
said
carpet
Gentleman's
rolled out
over-rotated on
towards
this
the
one, but they
C
do
side.
have the ult to
They
retake.
now have it in the post.
We
Ideal.
got another
Nice
Euro.
little
1, 2.
paranoia there. It's not going to catch anyone.
And there's the Armageddon coming in, going to force them to scatter, but does it isolate anyone? Does it facilitate this retake? Not really. It gives Click a little bit of room, but then it's going to be the Visol on top. They're just throwing everything into it, but it's Rubino to play it forward. They're just down to the pistols, so they do get a reward, but it's 1 kill off the back to down to a 4v4.
Yeah, I'm not sure it combos like that.
Low.
How's that
happen?
happen?
Find one on Click here.
Wait, what HP is he running into the thorns?
Zipan if they want to go at that, and the shot not there.
Good shot.
Zipan clean. Oh, but Soulcast having a round.
Yeah, he had the rounds. Don't know how we got
a
kill with the Fawns.
Yeah,
it was a
Mates
good
so
Visol.
hard
I
for
didn't like the tail
opening
once
door
again.
towards B, and
Like
then
instead of
just double
doing it
click
here where they
PSP.
like spot 2 and they're trying to combo, it just takes too long for that. Like people are trying to use it like a Brimble or something. It's literally just going to be like this bit of map control. There is no one here. If they are here, they have to go here and here. So we should have something here.
At least the green light to go in, but
instead of like split in the
Yeah,
middle.
he was trying
Let's
to
try to get a kill with it.
The people getting proactive.
It's a combo ult.
Into the link with the paranoia,
Yeah.
and it just looked a bit silly because we knew that they've already disappeared.
Oh, so we got midnight. That was swearing.
Yeah, it didn't go for the mute on this one.
No more
word.
theory.
One away from Filu, one away from Shados. They got some ults here. Well, they should do at least.
I'm surprised Koi don't try and get Shados' ult here and play off of that. He's going for a straight B, it looks like.
And Zipan's baffled as well. He's like, wow.
Wait, in reaction to losing over towards B, we just had a drone go out. And wait, was his damage over towards the right, so he's isolated in the open? That's nice though.
And with a plant up against them, I don't know what they're meant to do here. Oh my god, Robbie had no chance on that one. Flyer there to find him. And they just pour on through.
Yeah, Koi just looked better on this.
Maybe Koi are ahead of me here. I think that we saw Mates try and punish
I
that
think
one
they just
last
have.
time, and maybe
I think they just have better stuff on this map from what we've seen.
Yeah.
And just send it into a site because Mates won't expect it. Be interesting to know if that was the case.
That'd be a good call. Outside of that, though, it would be 3 trying to just keep the rifles. So they've Generates have got themselves a little bit of buffer, but not masses, right? Barely ahead of what we saw them achieve on map 1. So this is still not a strong showing
Basic,
yet.
you see them ranked all the time.
Like to keep this
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't know.
the mouse will
Haven't played ranked for
so
3 months or so now. 2 months?
Vandals.
Yeah, maybe coming up to 3.
Yes. So Mini keeps 1, and I think it was Click who had the other. So they should still be able to scrape together a half buy, maybe. See how vital those weapons were, but on the other side, it's still very close to the old. Shados does have his this time.
2 off of the Vice and 1 off of the Euro too.
5 stack, yeah, the 5 stacks are fun.
Honestly, quite an easy run to convert those kind of power ults. Click has been having a game. He has
Mini didn't like playing the 5 stacks because we were on a delay.
Because Koi can't take it.
But we had to be on a
from
delay.
their composition. Click has been very
Because
bad.
otherwise we
the
just get
rest
stream
of the map
sniped.
needs to kind of do that job.
Okay.
So let's see if this ult's a little bit better. We got ults, so you can't be here or here.
Yeah, the post plants
And then we got the smokes to secure it, like this kind of stuff, where you're comboing it. You know that they can't be in this area. We're not trying to go for kills, we're just trying to go for them not being in this area. We save so much. We've got the Vice wall here. Yeah, but the afterplant's still stronger. They might be okay. Depends on what the Teo stun is like. All that.
It might just be with Shados finding 2. Zipan only the sheriff to try and break through.
Koi have way better stuff.
Hold again, 9 rounds for Koi.
Massive half from Koi, and that's what we needed
Yeah,
to see.
yeah,
That
it
bounce
was
back
good.
on their map pick.
It's actually night and day.
This one a much.
So that gives me a little bit of hope that if they put
totally
some time into
different night and
Haven,
day. Koi
they can get some
coming alive
nice stuff
as
going.
They need to, right? We were asking a lot of them in map 1, it just simply wasn't there. Now they are back in this matchup. So excited to see if they can continue this. We do have a little bit of a treat as well, if I'm not mistaken. Kakuka's going to be standing by with the official Movie Star Koi co-stream. Let's get over there and see how they're getting on.
Thank you very much, Lauren. Yes, I'm here with Sergio. Sergio, first of all, how are you feeling today? ¿Cómo estás?
Bien. Con el primer mapa no tanto, pero me da un poco la sensación de que ha habido un poquito de tradeo de mapas, ¿no? De que
Cadion, thank you so much for the prime. Thank you for that. Appreciate the prime. Thank you, thank you.
Hay que cerrar este mapa como sea, ¿eh? Estoy muy nervioso, ya lo sabes.
Obviously nervous.
Bueno,
of course, we can say, we can tell. A little bit of trading of the maps. Yeah, their map pick went for them, but this one, it looks like it's going to be for Koi. It's still, you know, it's not secure. So what do you think Koi needs to keep up doing to get this map? ¿Qué es lo que crees que Koi tiene que hacer para por lo menos cerrar este mapa?
A ver, lo que más me está gustando de momento de lo que estoy viendo en este mapa es a Flyu. Le estoy viendo muy suelto a nivel de IGL con el Cypher. Creo que la composición también no se la ha llegado a esperar el equipo de M8s. Y lo que estábamos hablando un poquito antes también cuando estabas con nosotros. El tema de Flyu creo que al final es el baremo del equipo. Cuando Flyu está bien y cuando Flyu tiene buena actitud y está on fire, el equipo está arriba. Y cuando está abajo, más de lo mismo. Así que Flyu de momento muy bien en esa línea, liderando al equipo y muy bien a nivel colectivo, que es algo que me ha faltado también en Haven. Y Filo a nivel individual, top, que es como tiene que rendir.
Yeah, Flyu is definitely one of the big changes. Probably the composition they didn't expect as well. But yeah, from map 1 into this one, there's been a big change. And also, Philo is delivering. Are you a fan of this composition? ¿Te gusta esta composición?
A mí me gusta mucho, sobre todo porque intentamos innovar en el meta, ¿no? Hemos metido por primera vez Tejo, estamos metiendo también la Vice y al final prefiero probar cosas nuevas a ver si salen. Yo estoy muy contento con el planteamiento de Gorilla y de Temok.
Very happy. He loves the innovation and we love to see it on the stage as well. So let's see if Koi can close this one out and go to the third map.
Vamos a por ello, chavales. ¡Vamos, vamos!
Nice.
I wish I was that excited about anything in my life. Genuinely.
That's fancy. What the hell?
You know what I mean?
What if I just started casting like that?
Can you speak any other language?
No, with that tone and aggression. You know what I mean?
I don't think you've ever had that tone and or aggression in your life.
No, that's why I said it'd be kind of funny, you know what I mean?
Hey, it's all yours. If you wanna go for it.
I don't think I could.
I can't even speak that fast. Anyway, I do like the points, right? We've had a couple of those players like stepping up, enjoying the composition. We were kind of on board for it too. We're starting to see some of those real strengths here. But can they close out cleanly? The answer
it goes deep, yes, so it slightly goes through the wall.
Can Koi do the
same? Then everyone else is overflashed.
If we're lucky on map 3. As it stands now, of course, Gentlemate's on the attack. Then means that Koi will be on the defending side.
Sorry, a little bit early on the zoom, but we see a nice little setup in the center of the map.
Okay, so we have pressure with the drone over towards C. We've got A default as well. In reaction to them, they're losing too much map control because no one's using the Killjoy anymore. You're seeing this all the time where people are swinging and getting info here. Then open the door, double damage over towards C once they realize that no one was towards B and pinched and cleared C.
He did what he could.
Yeah, there wasn't much more from him in that.
We got a tail luck at the moment.
Reasonable. Plants in. Okay, post plant.
But I mean, he's gonna get his damage back in about 20 seconds.
It's a little bit off this, and Kadabra just shouldering that, but that's a lot of players to try and handle here. Koi priming themselves to start that pressure mounting. Zipan's got to come back over here.
Yeah, they're pretty much on. Oops. I was gonna say they're on delay duty, but
down to 2 now. Kadabra and Zipan looking nice. Hi, they're about to fall. Hold on. Maybe a little bit of something from Zipan. A 1v2 and the time's on his side. Hold on, maybe.
Some low HPs.
Because Shados is low.
Low time.
Shados is 13 HP. It's Soulcast who'd have to be the big man here. Trying to buy time. Trying to toy with him. Oh, it's good from Zipan.
Some people made the classic look outrageously good.
Yeah, I thought that was mates to lose until they started doing some shenanigans. Robbie BK dying towards rubble adds the tail with the salvos. I thought that was a bit unfortunate, but also they had complete heaven control and knew that Koi weren't retaking through there. I felt that was mates to win, and it all came down to Zipan.
Which camera are you talking about? The one up in the...
There was like a weird one up on A that was like looking down. It's not. It's pretty common to be honest.
I think it's the one in certain place here. No! I was stealing that from. I think it was Neuer I stole that from.
Fair enough.
Don't think she created it, but I'm just.
Yeah, I don't know if it's the good one, but you can do one where they don't see it until they're committed, like here and here.
Here we look at a bit of a
the cams here are really strong.
There's a lot of people on that site. If you walk in, you might.
Try to play over towards C. Let's see it off the top of the orb. Damage goes down, but yeah, we just omen TP out.
They got out of there for Gentlemates.
It's just nice that they take the orb away from him. Got a fast rotate. This is still a nice call from Gentlemates though. They're gonna fake out over towards A like they're insta pivoting, and Koi are a step ahead.
Round 2. Going back in.
I don't think Gentlemates are gonna think there's 4 here.
Well, let's see if this.
I'm not sure they're gonna think this guy's back of sight. This is gonna get weird.
That's a big gun to lose. Oh well, this is just a mess, isn't it? This is looking absolutely all over the shop. Kadabra getting curious. Where is that spike? It needs to go down here. Soulcast gonna lean forward. No help at all on the site.
Oh my god! Why is everyone unbelievable with the classic? How's he alive?
A 1v2 that never should have been. Those shots ain't looking so sharp now. 7 HP. And this is far from a dream.
Wow, fair play. Non-believers in the fake, and Soulcast has done a madness.
Yeah, all down to
Yeah, he had the reload and the plant, right?
Very little information. We knew that Koi initially had the stack.
And then obviously did good damage on the jump, and then just went for it.
Information on the map to know where the stack had gone or not. They kind of just guessed that Koi had moved.
Wow, that's criminal how he gets away with that.
The trades went nice early, but Soulcast with a beautiful team here.
It's going in a clip. It's going in a montage. He's already seeing the edit.
And Dom's pumped up.
And that's put Gentlemates right back in the bin here. The best they can report is a Sheriff with Mini. This feels so reminiscent even of that first map, right? There's just two teams who are very comfortable.
Hammer into Fawns.
The maps that they came in with, the rest looking really out of sorts.
The only difference is that mates are now.
The Fawns last so long.
So I thought that they could have built up some momentum, but after losing that round, it's all disappeared.
Yeah. You look at the mini map over towards C though. What? The decoy got absolutely wrecked. Fawns into trip, so they at least know there's a trip here that they can maybe try spam.
Look at the presence already from Koi. So many
the
players
decoy at least finds the trip, hit the Fawns, and triggered the wall.
Allowing for the stack from Koi towards C.
Pause. But you have so much here still. They can note Soulcast. They can probably make it pretty uncomfortable for him, but that's about it. And again, more time being bought. You're either going to have to commit to it or pivot towards B, and they try and go for this one.
Yeah, and that's the same trip they found earlier from the from the clone.
And the last man alive is going to be Mini. Nice shot here.
Yeah, you got any more?
3 more of those. 9 HP.
6 bullets.
6. Well, there's so little left to do. It's 3 remaining.
It kind of looks like just 2 dominant maps.
Formality almost just to get to Pearl.
Gotta hope that the third map is close.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't seem like Gentlemates. Koi look prepared. Yeah. They got ults coming in. They got the Armageddon. They got the Vice.
Robbins 2006. Thank you so much for the prime. Appreciate the 11 months. Thank you.
Yeah. Like some of the.
Do I like Teo on Lotus? I don't mind Teo at all. I think Teo on every map is so fine.
And it just looks more comfortable.
Yeah.
I think it's a prep agent though. Like if you don't, this is the struggle for some of the teams. Like you can see a significant difference when there's not much thought behind it and like a lot of thought behind it.
So much layered here.
When the agent only came out with like 12 days, you can understand why some teams look lackluster on maps with it.
Soulcast's been a menace on this Vice.
He's looked really solid on it.
Third map Pearl. Koi. Wait, Koi good at Pearl?
That's even without the ult being used, anything. Just really nice little setup, really understanding what he had to work with.
It's not going to be any easier coming towards this side either, because Koi are here with 3 as well.
Bloody hell. It just feels like there's no win cons here that are viable. Filu trying to make a big play from that. Still going to get one, and with the numbers advantage, it's so overwhelming. Koi teed up to close out with a pretty clean round here, and Grubino does so. It's 12 for Koi. So close to just closing out.
Oops, what the? I'm not sure I managed to do that.
Near enough to
8 chances.
13-3 in map 1. And what could be a 13-4 in this one?
It looked like mates thought they had a read on C.
They don't even know what even went on.
Like, oh, they kind of missed the wall. We can kind of get a little angle. And
started scrolling. Like yeah, but I scroll for the size difference of this, right?
Well, that's kind of like a little bit of a Robbie impression almost then.
Soulcast be getting hype.
Yeah, feels like it's been a minute since I've seen Soulcast have a
hype Soulcast is scary.
Look, the mad thing is, I always remember people just like discussing Soulcast as like this scrim demon. Like people were terrified of him, and then it'd come to officials. He was alright. I mean, during the Sky meta, he was solid.
He was a bit of a scrim demon.
Never quite lived up to the way people were talking about him in those scrims. I was always kind of like curious of like that capability if it started to hit. But he's having a great game here. 18-8. Looking solid on the Vice. Nice little setups on C. And it is a Gentlemates timeout. Maybe trying to do what they can here, right? Put up a bit of a stand, get themselves warmed into this. Because that map 3 is coming whether they want it or not.
Yeah. it was interesting what they might actually change.
Will I be watch buying
12-4,
NRG versus 100
whether
Thieves?
this is
Sure.
a talk about strategy or how we're going to approach the end of this map, because there isn't much hope.
No. There is no hope. The Fnatic timeout, guys. Wrap it up.
I mean, I never called one at 12, I don't think.
No? Someone
Maybe.
prove him wrong, please. Trusting you, chat. I mean, hopefully you don't get to a 4-12 scoreline.
I mean,
you know,
I hope it'd be a
the
lot
dream.
closer.
Yeah. We do have ults though for Gentlemates to put up a bit of a stand in this.
We at least change our wolf slightly.
I say
For
ults
Soulcast.
really is Kadabra's
Change
not-
the trip ups
it's just
as
not
well
that
over
impactful.
towards
Even
C.
got minis, kind of hard to use that as an instigator.
And
They
then
fancy their odds
it's a
against
shame
C
we're
again.
not even
Probably
going to get to
going
see their
near this.
retake on A, but
Soulcast is in
with
his
how they're playing their
domain
retake on
over
A
here.
must be sick.
Fucked him up. He'll probably get absolutely melted now, but let's see. Has to rescind away from the site here and understanding that, you know, isn't where he wanted to be.
Speaking of retakes,
Slowman literally just used to get across the
Oh.
fly swing. That's a massive kill from Flyer.
that was one of the kill trips though, right? Or am I just
This one's
fully wrong?
gone. He's been your headliner, right? Trying to posture a little, but you can see Koi waiting patiently. Armageddon's there. Soulcast has his as well.
Okay, to get him a lot of space, and you would
Robbie's
imagine that they're
invested.
going to take the space on top of that, so they make it look like that's a thing with the smoke. And then instead they heavy aggro push over towards Waterfall. There is a lot of odds going on. It's a great stun.
This is getting messy. Zipan having to go to the shorty and try and slip towards the side. Still has the util.
But enough time for the gun to come back.
Gun back out and Mini still by his side. And look at Mini's positioning. This could be everything. And Mini trying to extend play here. With Shados down in the 1v2.
I like this from Gentlemates. This was good. Oh, on Heaven. Make them think they're taking space. Smoke to sell it. Everyone's focusing on Heaven, talking that they might be taking the space on Heaven, but in fact they're pushing more for Heavy.
Slight note I
It was
want to
good.
make is that spam from Flyo into the plant. That
And
is
then the wraparound as well.
Holder or not, just having that good spam awareness. Celsius was very good at that.
Yeah.
And it forced mates to make a play. And unfortunately for Koi, they weren't quite ready for it. So almost, they would try to protect the spike by preventing that spam, make a play,
Round
and
by
then
round,
Koi
round
get
by
it
round. Let's go.
That's ambitious.
round by round. That is ambitious.
Okay.
I mean, you gotta say, even if you don't believe it,
What
you
else
gotta
are
say
You're
it.
not going to say GG go next.
Fake the belief
true.
until
I like
you
it.
actually start believing.
Because you can't, I don't want to say Fnatic are in this sort of position, but they weren't a million miles off from it, and they did bring back the game. Robbie, the one to keep things on their side here, with the man advantage after that brawl out towards Mound. They prioritize that ult towards Zipan.
You wish it was 100 Thieves energy first. Honestly, I'm pretty glad
Especially the
it's
start
not.
From Koi, wanting to be a bit more
First map,
proactive
and that would be
towards the
kind of
second
gutting.
map. And Soulcast with a setup towards 8. Really
If
interesting
2G
off-angle.
crew is a Haven, I'm
Mini and
so
they've got
fine to
no-
miss
no
that.
idea each other are there.
That's
Soulcast wins
so
that fight.
fine.
Give you a fiver.
Dude, Min's been waiting here a long time.
Fiver for you. Great play from Mini though. What a superstar. Signing the name. Flyer.
Des, come on.
Not on the right side of the map, so the,
Sometimes you just gotta
should be a
mention it.
comfortable one. We're gonna see 6 here, round by round, they say.
Probably see a save here from Koi.
Oh, I think that is the good camera
Maybe
that
they'll
sees
get some kind of
you have to
pick,
go to
but
these
the
committed
economy is
pauses to see it.
amazing. Never mind.
You have to
Okay.
see the development though.
Gone for
That's
it.
true. No, I don't
Flash
disagree with you.
there. He's done for. Robbie's farmed him.
Kind of why we watch all the games.
Okay, 3 alive
Like the improvement.
for Mates.
They tried
don't
to do
have the
some
game
damage
yet,
to the
but
economy, but
yeah. When do you think it gets close? What's the scoreline for you?
close.
Said
Yeah.
that even if you don't believe, you
When you're
gotta
at
say
12,
you
it's
believe.
Exactly.
Apply the same concept to that.
Sure.
I mean, dude, I believe
But
the
what would
Haven
you
will
get
be
nervous?
great by the end of the year.
Because every time I've asked someone this question,
right
they win
now-
the next round and it's irrelevant.
Okay.
Right now,
so
it's not.
It's
12-9 I stepped
No,
up.
like 9.
Yeah.
I think
Keep
for like
going.
when it was MR15, I used to be like 7 rounds. Started to feel like you're getting a little
Positive?
bit
We're always
15-7.
positive.
Oh.
Sometimes you
Break
gotta
the
put
money, you're
a
pretty
So you're like a
close.
12-7.
you gotta put a time on it.
12-7 makes me nervous because it's so easy to close that gap.
Okay,
I
aggro over
think
towards
we'll
over towards
Mount Fire, the
A
one with
in
the
reaction.
hero vandal. We do see a Bucky in
Fast.
play. We're going to see some Sheriffs and Soulcast.
Did he
Gets a nice
buy?
upgrade.
Wait,
Takes away
this is
Click
cool.
as well, and I told you,
He
as soon
bought
as
a
you asked the
Bucky
question,
because they have
suddenly
Yoru
start
ult?
winning and it's all but over.
The reverse cast.
It is. it's how I get to
That's
map
awesome,
3.
because you know you're going to get stunned.
But there is still
And then
Zipan
it's just
Sol,
the best
there
gun
is
because they're
still
going to be
Mini,
close
there is
range.
still Kadabra,
Wait,
but
that's
it's
really
just not
cool.
gonna be
If you got a
easy
lot
to
of money,
make
other
work.
teams might start doing that.
Oh, the timing
That's actually
on
genius.
that. Rubino just backpedaling away and gets caught, but he sees a lot, I guess.
There is an opening now, though. That is a huge death. 5v3 retake is... I'm feeling alright. 5v4... No, 4v3,
Yeah,
sorry.
and it's... I would like Philu to just get out of there, to be honest, but...
On the corner, hoping for that one bang on the head. He's not going to get it, but he's going to put the ult on this.
Yeah, this will work.
I mean, it keeps him alive.
1,
so he's
2,
all
3,
He knows
everyone.
what's going on here. He's got the flash
Yeah.
ready to go for it.
Where are we going?
What's the plan from him now? Okay, just going to smother the side. almost,
He's
pressure
just
from
like a
tree.
giant
Fly
decoy
getting
to try and
closer,
enable the
sees
guns on his
nothing
team to
early,
do
has
work.
give away position.
He's actually playing it pretty well. I would have liked him to have gone and got the gun at one point, but
I thought this one might have been the closer, but no.
he was the
Flyer and
furthest
Philu
away.
now, after burning that ultimate, gonna have to try and walk back into the gates. Philu the only one to draw blood.
Right, end up being pretty nice from Gentleman's. I like the, again, I like
Yeah, I
the
think the difference
Bucky
between
play
philosophy
over
with the kind of
towards
closeness
C from
is that
Soulcast.
If you're at 12
This is a good idea.
you're expecting some ults to come up and you can close the round with the saved ults. But in that round, we see Philo just using it kind of willy-nilly.
And you look at Grubino, you look at Flyer, you're looking at Philo. They're pretty much off cycle. Yeah, you're going to get Soulcast and Shados probably, but you don't get that slam dunk round, right?
One enemy remaining.
Round by round. Operator, something
The
new.
hardest job in the world, dude. I'm just watching games.
As well. This should
For sure isn't. But I appreciate the
do have the
compliment.
better composition at dealing with
Oh,
Rebel.
Ooh.
Lying straight into Shados' Zalvos.
Yeah,
know what went on then.
and
Just TP straight into them, I think.
we were talking
There's
about
no Astra suck, there's no
Koi.
breach stun, like-
When they do the Yora out of here, you can kind of like
That was a mistake.
reactively TP out.
I keep saying could be,
So when you see it,
sort
to
of
take the
moment's gonna haunt
TP
ya.
isn't
but
isn't
Grubino waiting
what you
patiently.
really
Does
want to
have
do.
Philo still on
So
that side of the map.
maybe a misclick, or maybe he
B, still
he
not
thought
gonna
it
be
went
comfortable,
further
no
or
matter where
something.
they go.
Yeah, if they do go towards B, Koi are playing retake with the camera, it looks like, which is really interesting. Oh, this lurk.
Bloody hell, look at that. It's just...
sleeping and you just appreciate.
So
No,
much in your
I
way.
appreciate you saying that.
Does it draw a rotation? Not really. They don't overreact to this at all. They still have the man advantage. I guess they don't need to.
Yeah, I like how Koi are playing. They're not committing to anything.
They don't need to either. It's
Isabella, it's my fault for
Shadows
bringing
gets
that
a
up.
choice here. Does he stick
Don't you
around or
worry.
does he fall away? The choice is made.
Camera not being broken here.
And Shadows? Are we going in alone on that? I guess
Okay.
Rubino was near, but that
You would
feels
imagine this is it, and
no
we
risk.
just
He's
see an
still a man
Omen
up for the good, but
flash
retaking
that
with an
clears
operator,
most of the
it's
site.
not what
They
I
can
dream
get
of,
in. The
but
Soul
Soulcast
Class plays
closing as
super
well, gonna make
late.
this post plant a little less comfortable for Mini.
Okay,
As he
open the
approached
door,
this,
but
Mini
don't
gonna have to
swing
turn on
too
the dime,
much.
Try and deal with it.
Yeah,
He's
he
aware,
played it
though.
nice.
Nice from Soulcast. Heads up work. Kadabra and Zipan trying to fight together, but this isn't fun for them.
At least took the
Gonna be denied.
pressure
This is
away as they
looking
went
like
over
it's the
towards site.
closer,
Okay, we kind of
and
saw
it
two one-sided
is
maps,
Koi
for sure.
across
Koi
the
had,
line.
I mean, this
The
is
7-13 score.
way
Got
better.
a little close, but
Way,
in the
way
end,
better than the
job
first.
done. And map
And
3 will be
Boo
where
in
this
chat
gets
was kind of
figured
saying that
out.
he's
We
high up
kinda
on
theoried that was always going to be the
Koi
case.
on Pearl, so
Yeah,
we'll see
Koi
what that's
looked
like.
better on that one. It didn't feel like they were ever going to lose it. Massive game from Soulcast though.
And Pearl will be